DVLA confirms seniors allowed to drive without license, but 7 strict rules could change it all. What if I told you that the rules of the road have just been shaken to their core? The DVLA has confirmed something so unexpected that it almost sounds unreal. Seniors may no longer need a license to legally drive. Imagine the freedom of getting behind the wheel without stressing over renewals, paperwork, or fees. But before you think this is a free pass, there's a catch. 7 strict rules stand between you and this newfound independence, and missing even one could cost you everything. You're not going to believe this, but the DVLA has just confirmed something that feels almost impossible. Seniors in the UK may soon be allowed to drive without holding a traditional driving license in their pocket. That means no more stressing over renewals, no more worrying about whether your paperwork got lost in the post, and no more feeling like you're being punished simply because you're getting older. Imagine that for a moment, being able to legally sit behind the wheel without a license card in your wallet. At first glance, it sounds too good to be true, almost like some sort of rumor. But it isn't. The DVLA has spoken, and their announcement has shaken up everything we thought we knew about licensing rules for seniors. Now, before anyone starts celebrating too soon, let me be clear. This is not a free-for-all. It doesn't mean everyone can just hop in their car and go for a drive without following the rules. The DVLA has laid down 7 very strict conditions, and unless you know exactly what they are, you could land yourself in serious trouble. These aren't just casual guidelines. They're firm requirements that will determine whether or not you can take advantage of this new allowance. If you ignore them or don't understand them, you could face heavy fines, penalties, or even a complete ban from driving. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you stressed over filling out endless renewal forms, going through the headache of medical checks, or paying fees that feel unfair when all you want is to keep your independence? For so many older drivers, the renewal process feels like an uphill battle. It's not just paperwork, it's the constant fear that one small mistake on a form could strip away your freedom to drive. And let's be honest, driving isn't just about transportation. It's about dignity, independence, and the ability to live life on your own terms. To go shopping when you want, visit family without depending on buses, see the grandkids, or just enjoy the simple freedom of heading out on the open road. That's why this news is so important, because what the DVLA has announced is a game changer for seniors. They've essentially said that under certain conditions, you might not need to carry a license at all. But of course, there's a catch. The 7 rules are there to make sure everyone stays safe, both you and the people you share the road with. Think of them like guardrails, not barriers. They aren't there to make life difficult. They're there to protect lives while still giving seniors more freedom. The first rule is all about health. The DVLA is crystal clear. If you're going to drive without a license, you must still meet strict health and fitness standards. That means good eyesight, no serious medical conditions that affect your ability to drive, and the physical and mental capability to control a vehicle safely. You may have decades of driving experience under your belt, but what matters here is whether your body and mind are still sharp enough to keep you and others safe on the road. The second rule focuses on local driving. This new allowance isn't meant for long-distance road trips across the country or high-speed motorway journeys. It's designed to help seniors keep up with day-to-day life. Short local trips to the shops, the doctor's office, or a friend's house nearby. The goal isn't to open the door for risky adventures. It's to maintain independence for those essential tasks. The third rule is about insurance, and this one is crucial. Just because you may not need to carry a license doesn't mean your insurance automatically covers you. You must double check with your provider and make sure you have written confirmation that your insurance is valid under these conditions. Too many people assume they're covered, only to find out later that they weren't. And by then, it's too late. The fourth rule has to do with the type of vehicle you're driving. This doesn't apply to heavy goods vehicles, buses, or motorcycles. It's specifically for standard cars, the kind most seniors use daily. The DVLA wants to keep it simple, safe, and focused on the kind of vehicles that are practical for everyday life. The fifth rule requires that you have a clean driving record. No recent convictions, no reckless driving history, no drink driving offenses. This rule is about trust. If you've been a responsible driver who follows the law, this won't be an issue. But if you've had serious run-ins with the law on the road, you won't qualify for this allowance. The 6th and 7th rules deal with proof and documentation. Even though you might not have to carry a license, you still need evidence that shows you qualify under these conditions. That might include a doctor's certificate confirming your health or paperwork showing your insurance is active. If you're stopped by the police, you'll need to demonstrate that you fit within the DVLA's strict criteria. When you put all of this together, it becomes clear what the DVLA is trying to do. They're not removing rules for the sake of it. They're finding a balance between protecting public safety and giving seniors the dignity of independence. And when you think about it that way, it makes sense. For too long, older drivers have felt punished by bureaucracy. This new system recognizes that many seniors are perfectly capable of driving safely, and it allows them to keep doing so without the unnecessary stress of constant paperwork. But let me say this, don't assume you automatically qualify. Take time to check your own situation. If you've got a renewal coming up, if you have health conditions, or if you're unsure about your insurance, now is the time to get clarity. Because while this new rule is exciting, it only works if you know where you stand. So picture this for a moment. You wake up one morning, get in your car, and head out for a drive without worrying about whether your license renewal papers went missing in the post. You don't stress about fees or forms. You simply enjoy the freedom, the peace of mind, and the independence that driving gives you. That's what these new DVLA rules are really about. Not loopholes, not gimmicks, but giving seniors the chance to keep living life on their own terms while still staying safe. Stay informed, stay responsible, and remember, if you're healthy, careful, and insured, this change could be one of the most liberating updates for seniors in years.